So it gets me thinking, why do we need prequels? Why do we need to have the additional storylines that lead up to the main action or the main thing that we've become familiar with? It's because it gives us the setup. It gives us more context. It helps us understand why the characters are behaving the way they do. Why is their world like it is? So what if I told you that you can write a prequel that will set up your day, whether it's the whole day or a segment of your day or a special event, so that it's minimally better overall? Most likely, it will be a magnificent and unexpected experience.
Hello, and welcome to the Love Your Work Life podcast. I'm your host, Elissa Shuck. Whether you're going for that next promotion, looking for a job, or making a career pivot, I'll teach you how to navigate it all so you can have the career you want.
This is Love Your Work Life, episode 148. I don't know about you, but in our house, we love to watch the movie series, right? The first one, the second one, the third one, and maybe like you, Star Wars is a favorite. What I find really interesting about Star Wars is the story. At least the original first three movies are kind of starting in the middle of the story. Now, we're watching The Mandalorian again, and based on what the creators tell us, that is something that happens between the first three movies and the next movies, that time frame after the Empire falls. So the first three movies are a prequel to The Mandalorian. The second group of movies in the Star Wars series are the prequel to the first series. So it gets me thinking, why do we need prequels? Why do we need to have the additional storylines that lead up to the main action or the main thing that we've become familiar with? It's because it gives us the setup. It gives us more context. It helps us understand why the characters are behaving the way they do. Why is their world like it is? So what if I told you that you can write a prequel that will set up your day, whether it's the whole day or a segment of your day or a special event, so that it's minimally better overall? Most likely, it will be a magnificent and unexpected experience. Just by paying attention to your prequel, what you set up as the context. Why is this important? It's important because how you show up is everything. That means how you show up at work, how you show up in relationships, how you show up leading a meeting, doing a presentation, anything and everything. Your results are tied to how you show up. So it's worth paying attention to that setup. It's worth creating a context that you can move into a really, really awesome experience. How you show up also affects your mental health, your stress, and your energy drain. And I know this not just from my own personal experience, but because the workplace strengths analysis that I use with all of my clients has a section in it that compares who you are naturally to how you're showing up, to your outward self, how other people are perceiving you. Ideally, we want everybody to be a what you see is what you get person. Man, that is living in your strength zone, that you are outwardly exactly who you are inwardly, behaving exactly in a way that's aligned with what makes you tick as a person. Now, is everybody doing that I work with? No, not fully. And most of the time, that's why we're even working together, because they're in a job that doesn't fit, or they're trying things in their leadership role that just isn't working. Maybe they haven't had examples of great leaders, and so they're following an example, and the example isn't aligned with their style. And therefore, it's never going to be as effective as it would be if they were behaving in line with what makes them tick. Now, when you are in this constant state of adjustment outside of your natural behavioral strengths, the clues that it will show you is you're unhappy at work. There's something that's going on that's making you feel stuck or lost or unhappy. You know that you are not adjusting because you feel good at work, because it feels easy. Even a challenge can feel easy and spark something in you when it's aligned with who you are, your natural behavioral strength traits. This is what I'm talking about when it comes to a deeper level of understanding about yourself, and then creating a context where you can just be in that space as naturally and easily as possible. When we are prequelizing, I think I just made up a word, but anyway, when we're prequelizing our day instead of reacting to our day, the prequel creates the environment for you mentally, the mindset, the state in your brain to tap right into your strengths. It's the coolest thing ever. Let's go at it this way. Think about a time when you felt really good, like everything was flowing, the feeling of being in the right place at the right time, the feeling of everything coming together and working out for you. Man, I know I have tons of examples of that happening. And sometimes it was a presentation to a small group of people. I can tell you the keynotes that I've done where I walked on stage and it was flowing so well that the person running the teleprompter had to keep up with me, had to chase my words instead of me following the teleprompter. These are the moments that we've all experienced. You just have to look for them. You just have to think about what were you feeling in those experiences. Now, the reality is most of the time we get that feeling during or after the event, the segment of the day, the meeting. By prequelizing your day, I'm proposing that you give yourself that feeling before you go in to the meeting, to the event, to the assignment. Maybe it's just you all alone and it doesn't involve other people at all. But you want to show up as your best self with your smartest brain, with your full capabilities and capacity in that assignment. The other area that I can even think of for myself where this was true was when I was creating storyboards for products or for marketing campaigns, because I could get in a groove where every image I found was like perfect for that storyboard. Every phrase that I created in that brand messaging just happened effortlessly. I know you have those experiences too. So here's how you give yourself more of those experiences by prequelizing the situation. Before you go into any segment of your day. Now, the way I use this is anytime I'm just shifting gears a little bit. You can think about it like that too. So maybe you started one thing during the day and you take a break and you're getting ready to shift into something different, a different segment. Before you go into that segment, write down the things that you feel when everything went beautifully. So have a little notebook, something that you maybe carry with you always. I don't know. I mean, I love the nice little pocket size. I have medium size and bigger notebooks. You have something with you that's easy, that's accessible, and quite honestly, a little bit special. I like spending a little bit of extra money on a notebook that is the color that I want it to be. It doesn't cost that much more, and it's a treat. It makes this moment that you're about to give yourself a little bit more special, a little bit more impactful. So when you're sitting down to write out these words, you are setting yourself up for better alignment, higher levels of critical thinking, and being in the moment during that activity, which will result in a more elevated experience. So with your little notebook, what you're going to do is you're going to write down your favorite thoughts and feelings you have when something went fantastically. We're not going to have mediocrity anywhere in here. You're going for those oh my gosh moments. Those moments where everything just fell together. And the words you're going to write are expressive of that feeling. So it's super simple. You're going to write down something like, I love it when things fall into place. I love the feeling of everyone being on the same page. I love the feeling of words flowing out of me. I love the feeling of ideas coming into my mind and creating excitement. I love the feeling of being in the right place at the right time. Writing these things down and allowing yourself to experience them as a prequel is going to change how you show up in the main event, because you're putting yourself in that state in advance instead of waiting for it to happen or looking back from cloud 9 as, oh my gosh, that was amazing. Wouldn't it be cool just to choose to be on cloud 9 anytime you want to? You can do it. You can do it before anything happens by intentionally putting yourself on cloud 9 instead of waiting for it to happen accidentally. My friends, this practice, this habit of prequeling every segment of your day, every event from morning until you go to bed will give you more elevated experiences, better state of mind, so that you not only show up as your best self, but all of the things that you want and need to happen during that part of your day, during that meeting, during that project, are far more likely to happen in a way that really pleases you, in a way that really creates the results that you're ultimately after. So give this a try, and I encourage you, if you're following me on LinkedIn and you've tried this, DM me, because I know it's going to make a huge difference for you. All right, my friends, I'll talk to you again next time. If you like listening to this podcast, I invite you to visit the Love Your Work Life website at elissashuck-careercoach.com. On the site, you're going to find free resources and information about all of my coaching programs, everything you need to land a great job, advance your career, and lead and build an awesome team. Don't forget to subscribe to Love Your Work Life, and don't forget to follow me on LinkedIn.